Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode of Ninjago Villain Analysis. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the Season 1 main villain and a fan favorite for a lot of Ninjago fans, Pythor. Pythor's introduction was in Episode 4, which unlike most villains before and after him, is a bit different. Usually the main villain of a season is introduced in the first episode of their respective season, but that is not the case for Pythor, who was introduced in Episode 4. It works well for him because it helps build up the Serpentine as a threat in general, and his first episode has a quite a fitting name for the character. Never trust a snake. Right from his first scene, we are shown everything we need to know about his character. He stalks Lloyd around the tomb and scares him off, then talks like he didn't mean it. It shows us how much Pythor likes to play with his food and how good of a liar he is. Shout out to his voice actor, he did a great job. In this scene, it's pretty clearly shown to us that Pythor cannibalizes his own people for his own survival. Also, he might have ate his own mother, which damn, that sucks. Skipping forward a bit, Pythor pretends to be Lloyd's friend so he can steal the map. Why doesn't he just take the map and eat Lloyd like he would anyone else? Maybe he wants to mess with him a little bit. It's a weird scene. So after he steals the map, Pythor puts his plans into motion and frees the remaining Serpentine tribes to unite them. What I love about Pythor in this section is how he works for everything himself. He is constantly getting thwarted by the ninja in his attempts to become ruler, so he improvises and takes risks, such as finding the formerly lost city of Ouroboros, trusting Scales and the still better fit match against the other generals.
Just do as I've said, and I promise you will be my second in command forever.
And these risks pay off, as he actually gets what he wanted, and he became the ruler. And moreover, he gained an advantage over the ninja by kidnapping Lloyd and keeping him as a hostage. Pythor in this part of the story is constantly portrayed as pretty smart and competent at his job. In his next appearance, we finally have Pythor's full plan to unleash the Great Devourer on Ninjago City. It's interesting how Pythor genuinely believes the Devourer will just be under his control and the other Serpentine never questioned that. Has no one thought of the idea that this evil and powerful ancient giant snake will just eat them too? No? No one? Anyway, Pythor deciphers the way to get to the map of the four Fang Blades and begins the search for them. This takes us to the true potential arc of Season 1, the cooler part of the season. We'll get a stretch of episodes where at each and every turn, the ninja fail to stop Pythor. He always finds the Fang Blades and always gets away with them. It would be extremely lucky at points such as the third Fang Blade just floating through the lava right next to him. The ninja are always one step behind Pythor, but they're getting stronger due to unlocking their true potential. And kidnapping Lloyd was Pythor's biggest mistake so far, as he incurred the wrath of Lord Garmadon. Even still, he managed to find all four Fang Blades, but his luck had run out. During the chaos, when Garmadon brought the skeleton army to attack the Serpentine, Pythor bumps into Cole and loses all four blades. Just one mistake, a single miscalculation, almost ruined his entire plan. But Pythor remains calm and calculated as he retreats for now. Pythor then snuck aboard the bounty to steal back the four Fang Blades. Once again, Pythor just seems to really like to screw with Lloyd. He pretended to be his only friend and then betray him, then kidnap him and force him to go through a dangerous dungeon to get a Fang Blade.
No!
Abandon him in an active volcano, tie him to a pole and tape his mouth, and now make fun of his training and fighting abilities. Heck, it's not just in Season 1. Pythor just messes with Lloyd whenever he gets the chance in any season. I'm not sure why. Is it because, as Pythor said, Lloyd wasn't the Serpentine as servants? Or is it because he's the son of Garmadon, the guy who fought against the Serpentine in the war? I'm not so sure. But this tendency for him to screw with Lloyd is also a big flaw. Since it gave Mia enough time to arrive in the Samurai X suit. And this is funny, just look at him. Bro is shaking in fear. I have never seen him this afraid the whole season. It's kinda weird but funny in a way. Pythor manages to escape, but the ninja are following him, and he ends up in a fight with Wu. And again, we're shown Pythor's luck, as the vehicle they're in crashes, stopping their fight and allowing him the chance to escape with the Fang Blades. He managed to get all the Fang Blades to the statue of the Devourer, and we get more of a reason for why he wants to unleash such an uncontrollable monster.
Don't you see? Releasing the Great Devourer is the only way to get back at the people of Ninjago for locking my kind underground for all those years. We should have been the ones ruling the surface, not you!
He would rather let the Devourer destroy everything and everyone in Ninjago for the sole purpose of revenge. He was too blinded by hatred and ego to realize the dumb mistake he caused, until it was too late. But this was not the end for Pythor. Suffering the stomach of the Great Devourer, he survived. After the Devourer was destroyed, his body changed, his complexion turned pale. The ninja didn't realize it, but he was there. Using his invisibility powers, he escaped, unnoticed for a long time, vowing revenge on the ninja. He will even side with the devil himself to achieve it. Pythor returns in Season 3, using Electro-Cobra as a power source for the Overlord. In this season, Pythor is as competent as he ever was. In fact, he is even more competent than he was before. Before, he had a lot of great comedic bits.
You have to do better than that to unite the tribes.
Get your hands off me!
He followed me! He's not a judge!
Quiet, or else I won't let you out.
My apologies.
But here, he is fully serious. Probably because of his failure before, he decided to double down on revenge, especially towards the ninja. It spends most of the season being more of a planner than anything, not as active as before in the field. But he is the most dangerous villain around, while the Overlord is weakened. And what's interesting to me is his dynamic with the Overlord. For two egotistical villains, Pythor is highly loyal to the Overlord, and the Overlord seems to take a liking to Pythor.
Whoever you are, I like you.
I think they click so well together because both the Overlord and Pythor share a desire to take revenge on the ninja for their defeats. I find it cool that there was no betrayal or double-crossing between the two. It's pretty refreshing. Pythor is in fact so loyal to the Overlord, he would even take a hit, or in this case a pill, to protect his Dark Master without a second thought. Although Season 3 doesn't have as much to talk about compared to Season 1, it shows us a more competent, loyal, and dangerous Pythor, while also still being a petty asshole. Per usual, he makes a point to mess with Lloyd, this time with purpose to siphon his golden power. But come on, at this point, he's doing it just to screw the kid, nothing more. Pythor, due to the aforementioned pill, got shrunken down and imprisoned, bringing back his more comedic elements. In fact, they doubled down on them in Season 4. Due to his smaller size, he is more of a comedic relief, being more so used by Chen and the ninja to take advantage in the war. What's interesting to me, due to them introducing a more Anaconda this season, Pythor and other Anaconda don't look alike. He looks very different from the rest. Some writers say it's sort of a mutation from birth, which I think means Pythor faced a lot of hardship due to his appearance, but that's not something the show really touches on. Even still, we see a unique role for Pythor, as he actually helps the ninja beat Shen, because as he says,
Oh, come on. You can trust me, because if anyone is going to take over this world, I'd rather it be me. Take me to your father, and he can end this once and for all.
and he gets rewarded for it, getting brought back to his original size. Of course, even when helpful, it still hurt Lord in some way because they needed to curse Garmadon and basically cause his death. From there, Pythor doesn't appear as often, appearing for a bit in Day of the Departed and Crystallize. But these appearances have nothing much to talk about, aside from the usual mess up Lloyd's life routine he does every appearance. Even these smaller appearances really cement Pythor as one of Ninjago's most iconic and reoccurring villains. Unlike Samukai from my last video, the writers were actually successful with Pythor. They kept him consistent both in threat level and humor, and all around, well done villain. For his many appearances, excellent designs, and well-written storylines, Pythor is Ninjago's true first great villain, and for that he deserves to go in the great tier, a big jump from Samukai. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video, where we talk about Ninjago's most iconic villain, Lord Garmadon.